What does it mean to you receiving the BBVA Foundation Frontiers of Knowledge Award in the Basic Science category with David Mumford?
Oh, I'm very excited by that. It's actually a big thrill to receive this prize jointly with David Mumford. David Mumford is one of my mathematical heroes, and so it adds to the thrill for me.
Can you explain what wavelets are and why they are so important?
Wavelets are a mathematical building block. Are mathematical building blocks that people use to decompose images or signals or other mathematical objects, complicated objects that have typically many scales in them. In an image, when you look at it, there are large-scale things, and then there are fine-scale details that add texture and detail to what you're seeing. And in order to decompose that efficiently, wavelets are a great tool, because you have the wide-scale wavelets, but then you have the fine-scale wavelets as well.
Your career began in the theoretical field, and then it became closer to the applications. How and why did you make this transition?
I didn't really feel like I was making a transition. I was trained as a theoretical physicist, so I was looking already at physics, and theoretical physics uses a lot of mathematics. So I already was using a lot of mathematical tools. And I always liked mathematics, and I liked learning about these techniques and these patterns and ways of understanding things. Where mathematics is very good, is the right tool when you intuit that there's structure, that there is something there and you want to put your finger on it. And that's what you need mathematics for. So I was already doing that for physics. And then I realized that many of the things that I was developing could be used for other things as well, for engineers, for scientists, and so I started talking to other people than physicists, and that's how I shifted to other things. Now, I was always interested in finding the right mathematical tools to do things, but then you start on something new, you see that you need another tool. Right now I'm learning more differential geometry, because the problems I'm looking at need more geometry. And then you look and you find all the things that pure mathematicians have developed, and you find that it's not exactly what you need, and then you develop some more. So you have to work on some of the pure math, but you're motivated by the application. And so that's how I work.
In which way your research has been essential for the JPEG format, the standard of compression everybody uses today in digital images?
Okay, so the JPEG format evolves as the standard evolves, and before the year 2000, a new call was put out, JPEG 2000, in which people wanted to do more than the standard JPEG was doing. For instance, they wanted to make sure that they were still getting nice, crisp images if the bitrate fell, and they wanted the degradation, if the bitrate fell, to be gradual, so that you wouldn't all of a sudden lose your image and it becoming completely incomprehensible or terrible quality. And wavelets are much better at that than the discrete cosine transform, which is used in the JPEG standard before JPEG 2000. And so the JPEG 2000 standard uses wavelets that I constructed with some of my colleagues, in order to be able to give you, with good compression rates, still crisp edges, and maybe when you look at a soccer game, a little less detail in the grass where nobody cares, but all that crisp detail on the players.
Actually, you are the president of the International Mathematics Union. How would you describe the situation of mathematics?
Well, mathematics is not only an exciting field, but it's also a field that's really important to much of the technology and scientific advances that help drive our economy worldwide. So the International Mathematical Union is very concerned with two issues that I think are extremely important right now. One is to help foster the development of mathematical communities of advanced mathematical communities in developing countries, because we want to help them build up their technology, which will help develop the country, and for that they need high quality mathematical instruction. And in order to keep mathematicians happy, it's important for them to have a thriving mathematical community. And that is something that is now possible because of the penetration of internet. I mean, mathematicians need to feel connected to other mathematicians, need to know what developments are happening, need to be able to access recent results, and we can really make that happen. And so the IMU is very concerned with helping developing countries build up this threshold, build up these good thriving mathematical communities. But we're also really interested in helping and fostering good mathematical instruction in all countries worldwide. Even in very developed countries, lots of people hate mathematics. They've many hours of it in school, but they don't get instruction in the real interesting aspects of mathematics. I mean, mathematics is a very living and lively enterprise, and it's not the rote things that people remember from learning at school. And so we are vested in trying to make sure that we can help mathematical instruction everywhere at all levels.